Maxine Waters says she hears voices everywhere she goes, an echo in her head. By Rick Wells for rickwells.us. Maxine Waters has been chanting Impeach 45 for so long she hears it everywhere she goes. Constitutional grounds aren't necessary. It's enough to hate Trump for his. Okay, Maxine Waters is at it again, pretending that the election is merely a suggestion by some racist, ignorant rednecks in those unimportant parts of the country are incapable of making a decision or something as complicated as being president, as she and her despicable ilk need to correct our mistakes. That is crazy. Elections that they lose never end, but are instead battles that are refought on a daily basis. She tells the unisex MSNBC talking head that Democrats should, in her opinion, make impeachment a centerpiece of the midterm elections. It's not that they've been able to find any crimes by President Trump despite devoting the entirety of a crooked FBI, DOJ, and portions of the intelligence community to that effort. For Democrats like Waters, the bar is much lower than the high crimes and misdemeanors stated in the Constitution. Putting America first and reversing the destructive policies of the commie Obama is sufficient grounds for removing a duly elected president in the globalist Democrat view. Waters says that her party's leadership doesn't want to tip their hand prior to them gaining control of the House by telling the truth. She says they all believe that the Republicans will just use that and say they're mad because they lost the election. Of course, in Waters' view, the American people will believe anything a politician tells them. That's been her experience in her district. She claims to believe President Trump has committed impeachable offenses, and of course, doesn't bother to specify what those phantom transgressions might be. Waters says she doesn't agree with the Democrat leadership that it would be a tactical mistake politically to make the campaign about Impeach 45. Her basis for the belief is as ironclad as it can possibly be because that's what she hears on the streets and what somebody told her. Waters says, you know why? Because I tell you, everywhere I go, people are talking about why can't you all get rid of him? Why don't they impeach him? What's wrong with the other members of Congress? Why don't they stand up with you? And on and on. Let's just take a quick listen to Maxine Waters and what she's trying to say.
To cross them at this time because he does not know what will happen. Perhaps they'll join me. They'll want to impeach him.
Are you the belief that Democrats should make impeachment a centerpiece of the midterm elections?
Well, they have indicated they do not want to do that. They think that the Republicans will use it.
Who's the?
You know, that whether we're talking about the DNC or the DCCC, they all believe that the Republicans will just use that and say they're mad because they lost the election. And they don't particularly think that that's a good way to go with this. I don't agree with them.
You don't agree both?
No.
I mean, you don't agree both tactically and also substantively. I mean, I guess my point is, I know that you substantively feel he has committed impeachable offenses.
That's right.
Are you not persuaded by the idea that it would be a tactical mistake politically?
No, I'm not persuaded by that idea. You know why? Because I tell you, everywhere I go, people are talking about why can't you all get rid of him?
Right.
Why don't they impeach him? What's wrong with the other members of Congress? Why don't they stand up with you? This man is dishonorable. He lies all the time. He's a con man. They say all of these things, and I'm not just talking about my district, whether I'm on the airplane, I'm walking down the street in New York, wherever I am, I'm hearing it, and I'm told that 70% of women who have been polled say that they want him impeached.
All right, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For more on what comes next in the Cohen investigation, I'm joined.
Unreal. Unreal. She then presents irrefutable evidence for a Democrat, stating vaguely, and I'm told that 70% of women who have been polled say they want him impeached. Are you kidding me? Actually, that's 70% of bark-eating, moon-howling, leg-humping Democrats, he/she's who identify as women. Waters. The other 30% are just hanging out, watching her mouth move and wondering how much stuff they could fit into it. Well, you gotta hand it to Rick Wells. He puts it so well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.